I was explaining to her what happened, and then her loud mouth, so she gonna say,
"What? You did what?"
And so she told me to spin around. So at this point, the whole classroom has gotten quiet. So
don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue.
This is what I want to see. 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 This is what 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 I want to see.
So what's going on YouTube? It's Darrell, aka It's FabulousRell, and I'm back with another video. So as y'all can tell by today's title, I pissed in my clothes my 4th grade year of elementary school. Yeah, y'all, that was so embarrassing. Like, I peed on myself. So this had to be like around what, the 2009 through the 2010 school year. I'm not really sure, and I don't feel like doing the math right now. So yeah, this story took place back then, and I was in my math class to be exact. So back then, with my classes, we would have to like rotate classes. So I was in my math class, my second period class. So we had took a break from, the lesson, and she had took us to the restroom, my teacher. So as we was in the restroom, it's like, I don't know what was going on with my zipper that day, but it just, I couldn't get my zipper to go down, and I was really in a rush to pee because I was in a tight, because I had been holding it all day. And so I managed to get it down just a tad bit to, squeeze the head of my, thing down there out of my
penis.
pants. So as I was doing that, like, some of it had like splashed up on my pants, but from my perspective of the way I was looking down, it looked like it was just like a little drop, and of course it could have dried up throughout the day. But as I was finished and I was walking to the sink, I noticed it had it covered like just about majority of my inner pants leg. So I'm just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So me just being dumb and naive, and me being in the 4th grade, I should have just went and told the teacher, why everybody was back and forth out the restroom, because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been as embarrassing as it was when I finally did tell her. But I'm gonna get to that. So basically what I did when I found out like I had ended up pissing on the whole inner part of my pants leg, I went to the sink, and I don't know why I did this. Like I said, I'm in the 4th grade and I'm in elementary school, so my mind wasn't really thinking right. So anywho, so I held my hand up under the faucet water, and then I was just like splashing it all over my clothes, so I can just make up a line, just say like the toilet overflowed on me or the sink overflowed on me. So I'm just like, oh my God, like this. I'm just trying to think of like how I'm going to tell the teacher, and just try not to, how I'm going to tell the teacher without making it sound crazy. So I'm just like, oh my God, just God, please be with me. So after I'm just like splashing the water all over my clothes from up under the sink faucet, I had ran back over to the little toilet that I was like using the restroom at, peeing at. So I had like just kind of started like flushing it back to back to back to try to get the toilet to overflow, and it did. And then I kind of just let it overflow on me, so it kind of just went on my pants and all on my shoes. And y'all, it was just so gross. Like, it's so cringy now that I'm thinking about it. But again, I'm in the 4th grade. I was panicking. I don't know why I just didn't go tell the teacher immediately what happened, because I was doing nothing but making matters worse for myself. So like I said, in that day, I forgot to mention I had on khaki, so it was just even worse. Like with navy blue pants, because we had to wear uniforms. So with navy blue pants, I could have got away with it, but just with khaki pants, it was just a no-go. So anywho, I did that, and I kind of, y'all, I still didn't go tell the teacher. You would have thought I would have walked out after I came out of the restroom. I would have walked straight to my teacher and told her what happened, but my dumb self didn't. I went to the back of the line, and I stood by my friend. Her name was Mashari. So shout out to Mashari, because Mashari, she was a real one throughout this whole process, which I'm gonna get to, what she did. So anywho, so with Mashari, I told her what had happened, and then she was like, oh my God, friend, no. And I was like, girl, let's just say that the toilet and the sink overflowed on me. And so she was just like, okay. So at this point, me and Mashari, we standing like kind of at the back of the line. So I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't want to have to like walk. Well, actually, I wasn't even walking, y'all. I was waddling around, because that's just how soaked I was. So I'm just like, oh my God, like this is like the worst day ever. Like I'm probably gonna have to go call my parents and explain to them what happened, and it's just gonna be a hot mess. So me and Mashari, she walked like in front of me, and then I was like kind of on the side of her, so when nobody kind of like see me, so I was waddling on the side of her, and she was walking with me. So when we got up to the front of the line where the teacher was, I went up to the teacher, and she stood behind me, so my classmates in line, wouldn't see like what was going on. But of course, we in elementary school, we nosy. So anywho, I was explaining to her her what happened, and then her loud mouth, so she gonna say,
What? You did what?
and so she told me to spin around. So at this point, the whole classroom has gotten quiet. So we just all in the middle of the hallway, everybody quiet, all eyes on me, and I'm just spinning around. I'm just like, oh my god, and I'm just soaked in wet, and everybody was just like, ooh, and like it was whispering to each other. So I'm just like, oh my god, now the whole class just know I pissed on myself. Just how embarrassing. I'm just like, hello darkness, my old friend. But yeah, y'all, that's just how I felt. So it was just like, oh my god. Well, you know what? Mistakes happen. That's just what I was telling myself. And I was like, the teacher, she knew I peed on myself, but I was just still trying to keep that lie going. And Mashari, she was trying to keep that lie going with me, my friend. That's why I said she was a real friend, because she was just lying with me. So I was just trying to keep that lie going. And my teacher, she was just like, let me go get a custodian. So I'm just like, oh my god. So she left us, like the classroom, she left us right there, and she went to go get the custodian, who's like she was like, what? She was like somewhere down the hallway, so she wasn't that far from us. And everybody was just calling my name like, Darrell, what happened? And I was just kind of ignoring them. And then Mashara, she had turned around. She was just like, oh y'all, she was like, the sink in the toilet overflowed on him. Like she was just like helping me with the lie, so it wouldn't be like as embarrassing as it already was. So then the custodian came, so she took me to the lost and found. I had put on some navy blue pants, because I had on khaki pants, as I said earlier. So I put on whoever navy blue pants was in there. I put on those, and then she was just explaining to me that accidents happen and blah blah blah, etc. So then as she's walking me back to my classroom, of course my other teachers who was taking their classes to the restroom, they was wondering like, why am I with the custodian and why am I not with class? So the custodian, she told them what had happened. And of course, like, it's just so embarrassing. So the teachers, they were just telling me it was gonna be all right. Everybody makes mistakes and blah blah blah, etc. But I was just so embarrassed. I'm just like, oh my god, like why couldn't she just tell them the lie? Because like I said, when the custodian asked me what happened, I had told her like my lie, saying the toilet and the sink overflowed on me. But of course she wanted to go check and see like was anything wrong with it, and of course it wasn't nothing wrong with it. So she knew I peed on myself, but I guess she just didn't want me to feel even more embarrassed like I already did. So yeah, shout out to that custodian. So I went back in class, and like the teacher, she was in the middle of teaching the lesson, so everybody really wasn't focused on me. But when she was finished teaching the lesson and she had passed out worksheets for us to work on, like everybody, just all eyes was on me, and just everybody was just trying to ask me what happened. And I was still trying to keep my lie going. And Mashari, my friend who I mentioned earlier, she was still helping me keep my lie going about the sink and the toilet overflowed on me. So, like I said, y'all, she was such a real friend for that. So, like, me and some of the students, like, we would always get into, like, these little joking and roast sessions back in elementary school. So, me and this guy, I'm going to call him Eddie. So, me and Eddie, me and him got into, like, a little joking session. So, y'all, how about this motherfucker decided to throw a low blow and say, well,
at least I didn't pee on myself today.
I'm just like, oh, my God. Everybody was just like, oh. And everybody got so quiet, and I was just like, no, I didn't. The toilet and the sink overflowed on me. And Mashara, my friend, she started going off him. She was like,
no, he didn't. I don't know why y'all keep saying that the sink and the toilet overflowed on my friend. If he said it overflowed on him, it overflowed on him.
Like, y'all, like my friends, like she was riding for me. Mashara, she was really riding for me, even though she knew, me and her knew that, I was lying. But everybody knew I was lying, but I was still trying to keep the lie going. It was just like, at this point, just forget about it. I was just so over it at that point. Everybody was laughing because he just really embarrassed the fuck out of me, but fuck him, I'll really beat his ass. But as the day was coming to an end, I want to say around the end of the day, whatever period teacher whose classroom I was in at that moment, she let me, I told her, what happened, and she let me go, change back into my khaki pants, because I'm like, I don't want to go home in these random pants, and my parents asked me what happened, and then I have to explain to them what happened, and they be mad at me. So I went and I changed my clothes. So y'all, as I was walking back to the custodian's office, who had gave me the navy blue pants to change in, like it was like a whole classroom standing outside the restroom by the custodian door, and then they was just looking at me like, what is he doing, like why is he going in the custodian office? I'm just like, it was just so embarrassing, because I'm just like, deep inside, those teachers, they knew why I was going, they probably knew I made an accident. But So yeah, y'all, that was the time I peed on myself in 4th grade in school. That was so damn embarrassing. I'm cringing just thinking about it now. And again, shout out to my friend Mashari. She was such a real one for, helping me keep my lie going, even though everybody just already knew we was on some bullshit. But yeah, be sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe if you're new, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post new videos and bangers, because this semester is coming to an end in college, so I'll be able to be more consistent on YouTube, because I'm always saying I'm going to be more consistent even though I get so sidetracked and caught up with school. So yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in later videos.